Hey everybody! I am kind of upset. I was hoping I could record this video this morning on my telephone so I could read to you this file I have on the medical beds. And I can't record and do a split screen on this small tablet, and I'm so upset. So I'm going to do the best I can. And then what I'm going to suggest is that if you're on Telegram, to send me a message and I will send you the file. So I'm going to do the best I can here. All right, it's 63 pages on this PD file on the med beds. And it's from a woman that works with the Space Force that has been working with the med beds. I can't tell if it's the same person asking the questions or if it's different people asking the questions, because whoever is doing this question asking was really upsetting me because they kept asking the same questions over and over and over. And I literally wanted to read the questions word for word and the answer word for word. Because if you listen to some of the answers, it's the same stuff that I have been telling you forever now. And you can go back to some of my older videos and I touch on a lot of this stuff. Or if you go on my Facebook feed, you'll see I touched on it. Definitely my Telegram, I've touched on this. And I did this without anybody telling me. I got the download from the Energy Source. So let's begin with this. Okay, so everyone pretty much knows now that I call God the energy source, because that's how God said that he, what he is, and I should call him an energy source. So that's why I call God the energy source. And I'm seeing more and more people saying the energy source. So I don't know if they picked that up from me or if they were told to use that as well, because I don't know who else he talks to. I'm not sure. But when you see more and more people saying the energy source, they're talking about God. I don't know. No one was really calling him too much of an energy source before I did. I mean, maybe there was a few, but I'm seeing it everywhere now. So it's not a coincidence that more and more people are calling him the energy source. So we'll go over some of the questions that I can remember. My hair is like, ugh. But anyway, I'll go over some of the questions that I can remember and the answers that she gave. I'm so upset because I was going to use my phone and would only do it for 15 seconds. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Okay, so one of the questions was about people that had been vaccinated. And her answer was direct. If you are an adult and you got vaccinated, that you would be at the end of the line to use a med bed. Anyone who has not been vaccinated will be up front. And then as you're up front, it's more of an emergency. Like if you're like literally dying, then you're going to go before someone who maybe just wants to lose 30 years and look younger. Or someone who wants to change their eye color. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be that type of basis. Now, this is what's really important to know. That if children who have been vaccinated, let's say it's a 2-year-old, well, he didn't make up his mind to go get vaccinated, so of course they're in the front of the line. Now, this is one of the things that I had been telling people for an extremely long time, is that not everybody is going to need a med bed, and she clearly says that in this question and answer. Not everybody's going to go to a med bed. The med bed's not going to be for everybody. You may be directed to go to herbs, to healing lights, sound therapy, color therapy. They can do ultraviolet where they can inject that, I believe, like in your veins now. So there's so many different ways that they can heal you. Not everybody's going to go to the med bed. So you need to get this out of your head that everybody gets to go to the med bed. Yes, technically, but not everybody will use the med bed. Now, I had said through a vision that I saw people sitting down and talking to a counselor, and the person asking them, well, do you know anything that's wrong with you? Some people are saying, well, I've got arthritis, I have migraines, I have an ingrown toe. And then they're going to write all that stuff down. Then what they're going to do is they're going to put you in a full body scan. And I said that to people. They're like, why would they do that? Because they need to know everything that's wrong with you. So you'll go through a full body scan, then they'll know everything that's wrong with you, everything. There's not going to be any denying what's wrong with you. And then they're going to look at it and they're going to say, okay, yes, you're a candidate for the medical bed. You're going to make an appointment And you're going to have a date, a time, and a place where you're going to go. You're not going to go there. You're not going to walk into a clinic and say, hey, I'm here to use the med bed. You open it up and you go lay down for 15 seconds. That's not the way it's going to work. Oh my God. I inhaled my saliva. I guess something's not wanting me not to talk. Sorry. Oh my gosh. That is definitely an attack. That was weird. That literally felt like I was drowning. So, bad guys, evil spirits, leave me alone. I'm going to say this. All right. So, people thought I was crazy when I said this stuff. No, that's how it's going to go. And it's not going to be that day. Because you got to realize there's so many people that are going to be making these appointments for the medical beds. Now, some people may go through a treatment in the medical bed, and you may need something more like counseling. And this is going to be explained to you. Okay, we're going to do this 15 seconds in the med bed. Then you have to go through counseling. You're going to have different things that you're going to have to do. Some people may go through the med bed and have to get on an herbal remedy afterwards. Some people may be told that the med beds, they don't need to do that. Why don't they go through an herbal remedy and some light therapy? I'm not really sure. But this was all addressed in this file, just the way I said it. And I'm not joking. I said this stuff. You can go back and, like I said, look at past videos. I've been talking about this. I don't talk to the military. I don't. I get this from the energy source. This is where I get my information from. And this is what was shown to me. So that, I was smiling at work while I was reading this, the 63 pages. I'm like, I knew it. And the reason I get excited is because it just lets me know that I am hearing right, that I am interpreting my visions right. So I get excited. Not that I'm conceited. I get excited. So I was so happy. Talks about different things that the med beds will take care of. It will regrow your teeth. If you have bad teeth, missing teeth, you're going to get your teeth back. It's going to get rid of everything. Cancer, brain disorders, brain damage, like if you dropped on your head as a baby, Alzheimer's, dementia, schizophrenia, oh my gosh, anything that you could think of. You're missing an arm, guess what? You're going to get an arm back. Now, the times are going to be either from 15 minutes up to a few hours. They are going to sedate people, and then you'll lay down in the chamber. And then as you come out of the sedation, which I believe they said was going to be gas used to sedate people, that you'll go through some counseling. They'll probably go over things with you. If you're looking to get younger, some people do want to get younger. I'm gonna try to get up close. I don't know if y'all can see me. Good. Do you see how I don't have any wrinkles at all? The lighting in here sucks, and I do apologize. I'm 55 years old, and I don't have any wrinkles. I wonder if I use the flashlight. That's a little bit better. Not really. But as you can see, I really don't have any wrinkles. It's terrible. The lighting in here, it just really sucks. Anyway, that is years of using collagen, aloe vera, making sure I stay hydrated, drinking lots of water, making sure I have vitamin C, vitamin A. All right, if you're not doing these things, then of course your skin is going to get wrinkly and crinkly, and you may get spots. Smoking, drinking, doing drugs, all of that ages you, okay? So the thing with the med bed is if you're addicted to smoking and you're wanting to get younger looking, they may put you through a counseling first. Just hear me out. Because even though it can make you look younger, 30 years younger, if you're going to continue to smoke, you're just going to go right back to looking the way you are. So why do that to yourself? So there's going to be a lot of addictions that, yes, the med beds will be able to help with. But if you have a condition, let's say that there's something deeper in your mind that's making you drink, making you use drugs, making you smoke cigarettes, that is going to have to be addressed, which will most probably go on herbal remedies. You'll probably have to go through some counseling. I wouldn't be surprised if you have to start doing some healing sounds. And then through the counselor saying, okay, this person's better. Now they can go in the med bed and they can have the age regression where they look 30 years younger. Follow what I'm saying here? It's not that they don't want to do this for people. It's that if you're going to damage your body and you're not going to change your life, then there's no reason to do it. And that's just the way they're going to be. And I don't want anybody to get mad. I'm telling you right now, if you are addicted to things that are making you look older, they're not going to make you look 30 years younger, and you're still going to be smoking it up, okay? So you've got to make up your mind. If you really want to start now, and you're like, Jackie, you look great for 55, because most people think I'm either in my older, like in my high 20s or right at my 30s. I'm 55. I haven't aged. Really, I haven't aged. And this lighting here is so bad. If it was much better, you could see how much better I look. I do this with collagen, vitamin A, water. I am willing to work with you to see what we can do to help you start cleaning your body out. First, we're going to have to detox you and get a lot of this poison out of your body. Once we can get that out of your body, then we can start figuring out what we can do to help you ease the curve to stop your addiction to either smoking, drinking, nail biting, whatever it is you got. I'll help you, all right? I will help you. But you have to understand that nothing is going to be immediate, especially looking younger. It's going to take a little bit for this to take in. But I can help you. I can get you the herbs that you need, and we can do this. But you have to want to do this. Now, once you get your 30 years younger, you can do it one more time, but they won't do it 3 times. So with me, I'm not going to want to do that. I already know I want the full body scan, definitely. I'm going to get that because there may be some underlying issues. I'm not sure. I know I have burned spurs in one of my feet. I'd like that. I'd like my knees because I have really bad knees. It's supposed to be in the family that our cartilage deteriorates in our knees. So my knees pop and give out a lot. So I would like all that fixed. I would definitely like to know why I cannot lose this weight in my arms. Like my arms are kind of flabby right here. I'd like to lose all that. I would like to be back where I was. My whole life, I weighed 98 to 101 pounds. Even when I was pregnant with my daughter, I got to 120 at my last month. And then when I had her, I went right back to 101. So there's no reason why I'm as heavy as I am, but I'm not really fat. I am top heavy, but there's no reason for me to be as heavy as I am. So I would like that weight loss done, which they can do for people. So there may be something else going on in my body where it can't. I would like my hair back because my hair fell out with everybody that got the shots. I ended up getting some of that stuff from when they shedded on me, and my hair fell out. A lot of my hair fell out. It's still pretty thick, but it's not as thick. If you look at some of my older videos, my ponytail's like sticking out to here. It's not as thick as it was. So I'd like my hair back the way it was. And they say they can change your hair color. They can change your eye color. I just like my hair back to its natural color. But as far as the age, I think that if I was going to do the 30 years, I'd wait till I was around 80 or 90 years old and then go in and do that. But I do see myself living to 100 to 50, maybe a little bit older than that. Now, because you're able to go back and look younger, your whole body goes back to that age. But your mind stays at the age that you are. So if you're 90 years old and you want to go back 30 years, you're still going to be the age of a 90-year-old woman with maybe with the body of a, we're just going to say 60, a 60-year-old, okay? Just kind of trying to figure it out offhand without really doing the mathematical on it. So you would still be 90 years old in your mind. So that's why I would rather just wait till I got really older. But if I continue with what I'm doing, I may not even have to do that. Who knows? So that is something else that the med beds will address, is the de-aging. So we know you can get your weight loss. We know that it can help with limbs. It'll grow teeth. It's going to fix every disease. It's going to help so much stuff. But the things that it's not going to do is any underlying depressing issue that you have that causes you to be destructive to yourself. It's not going to work. So that has to be addressed. Now, with all this being said, that there are certain people, which I've talked about, certain people that have certain gifts. And I'm not just talking about psychic gifts. Maybe somebody is really good at counseling people. All of us who have certain gifts or past jobs or knowledge that we're good at, we are going to be called. And I've said this, we're going to be called upon. So either they're going to call you on the telephone, they're going to knock on your door, they're going to send you a letter, they're going to say, hey, we noticed that you used to be a guidance counselor, or maybe you were a sex therapist. I don't know, we're going out. We're just using stuff, okay? And we know that you were really good at your job. We need counselors. We really need you. Would you be willing to come to an office and help with people? Now, whether or not you're paid, how much you're paid, I don't know. All I can see is they're asking people to come back to these jobs. Maybe you're somebody who did something. I don't know. But I do know they're going to need people. They're going to need lots of people. Okay, so you need to start thinking about, what did you used to do? What did you take in school? What do you have a degree in? That may become important. It may. Now, as I said, that doctors going to school to become a doctor and a brain surgeon, all of that's going to change, but people still need to know the basic medical stuff, like you need to know if someone came into an emergency type of, how to treat somebody till you got them to the med bed. So all that's in there, but I just don't see people spending 15 years in college become a doctor anymore. That's not going to be needed. But general knowledge, general understanding, people that don't panic, things like that will still be needed in certain aspects of this healing situation that we've got here. There will be humanitarian projects, lots of humanitarian projects. So I'm not sure when we set our appointments, because there's supposed to be a phone number. There will be a phone. The phone number is not on this file. I looked just to make sure. There is no phone number there. But there will be a nationwide number, and we call that number. And then with that number, you make your appointment. Now, I'm not sure if you can ask any other questions. I'm not sure, but that would be the number we call. Then we get an appointment. Now, she was saying in this document that every state will have a designated space for a center with the medical beds. Now, as I'm stating, that when you go for this appointment to the counselor, that's not the day you're going to the med bed. That's the day you go talk to this person. You're going to have a whole nother appointment. And everything is going to be based on the vaccination status, how serious of a situation you have, if you're an elderly person, if you're a military vet. So all of these things, and then they're going to have their own line that they're going to do. Now, I live on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. So let's just say that they put the center up toward Jackson or north of Jackson, closer to Tennessee. And they open one up in Alabama. Let's say they put it near Mobile, Alabama. I may be suggested to go to another state. Now, I'm not saying for sure, but I'm just trying to think logically, not just psychically too. Whatever's closer to me may be where they send you. Now, there's a possibility that some states may have 2 centers or 3 centers. It depends. I don't see the state of Mississippi having more than 1 center, but I see other states maybe having 2, possibly 3. Like New York will probably have more than 1. Definitely California would have probably 4 or 5. Texas is definitely going to have probably 6 or 7. Smaller places that don't have a lot of people, smaller states, maybe we'll just have 1. So wherever you're closer to. So if you live in a part of the state where it may be closer to go next door, they may send you there. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not 100% sure. That's just kind of what I'm picking up on. She did talk about people that had negative entities in them, and she did say that they will still treat them. It doesn't mean that the negative entity goes away, but whatever element that they have will go away. So let's say we do have someone that is possessed by an evil spirit, and this evil spirit is making this person cut themselves. So they've cut themselves really bad, and they've got scars all over them, and they can't eat, and they've got lesions on them from, being malnutrition. Well, probably what they would do is they would send that person to a spiritual counselor. And then whatever needs to be done would be done through there. And then once that was done, then probably the med bed, if that makes sense. Now, this is the one thing that I was extremely excited about, and I'm going to try to talk a little bit on that. I'm watching my time. It only gave me 50 minutes today. So what I was extremely excited about was our pets. So if you make an appointment for yourself, and let's say your dog has cancer, or let's say your dog has heartworms, and you make an appointment for yourself and you say, I have a pet, my dog, he has cancer and he's dying. I would like to get my dog in as well for a med bed. Guess what? You may be walking in behind a Doberman Pinscher. So they may have this Doberman Pinscher in the med bed, and then you're next. Not that you would see this, but you kind of get where I'm going. And I think I'm going to sneeze. This is so stupid. They're attacking me. It's kind of comical in a way. Okay, if I sneeze as I'm talking, I'm sorry. So it says that it's going to go by DNA. So if your dog has DNA, which it does, it is able to use this med bed. So your pets, you'll be able to take your cats, your dogs, but they have to have an appointment. You just can't bring them with you. Oh, I just thought I'd bring my dog with me. There's a possibility that maybe they have to do a full body scan on the animals as well. I don't know, but I am telling you that we will be able to treat our pets. We also can do plants. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to bring your dying aloe vera plant with you. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if they put the plants, this is the way it was explained, you put the plant in the med bed, it brings its DNA back to the way it's supposed to be. That means it gets rid of all those GMOs, all of the stuff that they've done to it. Those seeds from the plant will be planted. So the fruits, vegetables, trees that we will have in the future will be exactly the way they're supposed to be, because the med beds are going to correct that. So don't worry about digging up your tree in the front yard and bringing that with you when you get your appointment, because just don't do it, okay? They're going to be doing that separately, I'm sure. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I guess there could be somebody that say, I'd like to bring in my aloe with me. I don't know. Just don't do it, please. Just your pets, your children, yourself. Let's just stick to that. Don't worry about your plants, okay? But I just wanted to share that with you, that they are able to take plants and get them back to their original state. So all of those GMOs, all that frog DNA that they've been putting in tomatoes or whatever, all that's going to go away. So the plants that we'll be eating in the future will be the original way it was meant to be, which is a great, wonderful thing. So I see that being done separately. So that's good. So we know we're going to get our animals. They were talking about farm animals because one of the questions was about a cow. And she was saying yes, but they'll have a bigger room because, of course, the cow's not going to get into the med bed and they'll be able to shut it. It'll be like a room. So people will be able to bring their farm animals in. Goats, cows, horses. So if you've got a horse that has, it's lame and you don't want to put the horse down or something, you'll be able to bring your horse to a place. So they are going to have a place for farm animals. And I am sure that that will work for the zoo animals as well. So yay. Yay. So all of these animals, they're going to get all healed. Their children will be healed. So that's a wonderful thing. So that was really good because I really want to get a couple of my pets in there, especially my older cat. I'd like to see her eyes, her cataracts get off, stuff like that. She was also saying, and I'm sorry about talking about, she was also saying people would say that you were deaf and you for your whole life you've never heard anything, and they put you in a med bed so you can start to hear. Well, that's going to change your life, which some people may not react to well. So she said there would be counseling after stuff like that. So if you know someone who's blind, who's never seen in their life, they're going to be given a counselor that they're going to have to have therapy. So it's not just that they're going to cure you, you can see, and then you leave, and then that's it. No one is going to be hungry. No one is going to be needy. Now, there was one more thing that was in there that I want to touch on really quick. Somebody was asking about the homeless people, and they said, yes, nobody will be left behind. Everybody, and she said, I mean everybody gets treatment. So they're going to need people to help approach these homeless people, these people that are on the street, that are on drugs, things like that. That's where I'm saying counselors may come in, or people who are good at this stuff. So this is why I'm saying that they are probably going to be reaching out to many, many people out there. They already know who you are. They already know who they're looking at to do this type of work. So you may be asked. And as a person of the light, I'm about to cry. Be glad that they asked you. So if they ask you, hi, Jan, we noticed that you've done some counseling work. We've read up on you. There were great reviews. People really like the way that you do stuff. I know that you quit doing that type of work because this or that, but we would really like you to come work with us. We are be going to San Diego. We're going to go and get these homeless, but we need people that can talk to them and explain to them what's going to happen and get them to come in the van so we can get them help. And we honestly believe that this is your cup of tea, that this is what you were born to do. Do it, people. Do it, because it's an honor. It will be an honor to help humanity. So there's going to be many, many jobs. You're going to have knocks on your door. Some people, like I said, may get a letter in the mail. You may get a phone call. Step up, people. Step up, because this is what you were meant to do. God woke each of us up at a certain time, and we all have a job to do. And I've said this continuously. We all have a job, and we're all going to know when we have to do this job. So you're going to know, and trust me when I tell you, they're watching. They know who you are. They know who I am, and I am willing to do whatever they need me to do. I will do it, because one, that's my duty as a light worker, to help and heal. And I would be honored to be recognized by anyone to do good work, to do God's work. So, step up. And if you don't, no one calls you, doesn't mean you can't volunteer, doesn't mean you can't find out if there's something you can do. Maybe you can be the person that drives the van. Maybe you're the person that feeds them, brings them meals. Maybe you're the person that helps them get dressed every morning. There's going to be so many jobs and so many volunteer things that are going to be needed. Everybody's going to have something to do. Not everybody is going to want to go back to work, like go back to working at the gas station or working at the restaurant or working at the chemical plant. Some people are just not going to go back and do this stuff. Maybe this is what you were meant to do. So if you get asked, jump on it. It's an honor. You're special. You are wonderful. And you're going to finally be recognized for your talents and your heart. All these days that you like, I know I'm good at my job. I really like it, but no one really respects what I do. No one ever says thank you. You're going to be thanked. They're watching you. They've always watched you. They know who you are. The med beds are actually Palladian technology. So no one is going to have any bad reactions to any of the treatments that you get from the med beds. But I want to stress again, not everybody that goes through their first counseling and goes through their body scan is going to be suggested that they need med bed treatments. So if they say that we feel like you just need an herbal treatment, that's wonderful. It doesn't mean that later on you can't use a med bed for something. There's going to be 6,000 things out there. Med bed is only one. Okay, med bed is only one. So don't think the med bed is the answer to everything, because you might just need to sit in a room with bright colors and some sound, and maybe that's all you need. I don't know. And I'm using just ideas to throw them out there because I don't know. I would have to actually sit down and do a reading with you and see if I could pick it up. And why do that? There's no reason for that. So I just kind of want to throw some things out there, kind of give you a little bit of the questions and answers. This woman has been to Venus, at least that's what she says. I personally don't know because I've never been to Venus. I can't tell you. But all I can tell you is what is on this, and a lot of the stuff that I read in this documents are the same things that I have been saying in my videos, that I've had in my visions, that I've been trying to teach everybody here on YouTube, on Telegram, and on my Facebook page. So these are the same things that I've been saying for at least almost 4 years now. And I just now found this thing was just released yesterday. I don't follow Simon Parks. I don't follow Charlie Ward. I don't follow a whole bunch of these people. So if she's been on any of these other people's show, I don't know because I don't follow them. I rarely listen to certain people. I like to listen and get my own information. So when I hear it, I'm not getting it confused with what I'm hearing here to what I heard on the computer. And that's the reason why I don't. Every now and then I do listen to some things. But to every day listen to Simon Parks, or every day to listen to Charlie Ward or any of those other people, it does me no good. It just doesn't, because I want to get my information the way that I've been getting it. And this document confirmed to me that I'm spot on, that I have been spot on. So don't just take my word. Find me on Telegram. I would probably have to download it to my tablet to download it, to send it in an email. But if that's what I need to do so you can read this 63 pages, I will do that. I definitely will. So reach out. I want everybody to be able to see this. Now, I actually do have an old printout of what NESARA was going to be like when it was going to roll out the first time. So I can email that to someone in a PD file. Now, that does not mean that that's what it's going to look like when it rolls out this time, because it's been modified, it's been changed. Trump changed a lot of this stuff. But if you kind of want to see what it could possibly be like, I do have that on a PD file. And I can email that to people as well. That's extremely long. I haven't even read through all that. But it would give you an idea. That's where I know we're going to have 15-year mortgages instead of 30. That's how I know how the prices of housings are going to go down. That's how I learned about what work will probably look like. But like I said, it's not going to be exactly that way. So if you read it, don't say, well, this is exactly how it's going to be, because that's not. This would just give you an idea. Like this PD file that I'm talking about now, I can't say 100% that this woman has been to Venus, that this is the way that it's going to be. But I can tell you from what I have talked about on my Telegram and on here and other places, I've said it. So that just confirms what I've already said. That just lets me know that I am reading and hearing it and telling it back to you correctly. So if you want to look at that to say, I want to make sure what Jackie is saying is the truth, so let me see this thing and I will send it to you. I highly, highly recommend it. So just don't take my word for it. Now, if things don't go just the way that this piece of paper, well, papers say, you can't get mad at me, because I don't know. I just get and I interpret. That's all it is, because like I said, nobody from the military has contacted me. Now, that does not mean at any point in time that they will not. I don't know. But as of right now, no, nobody contacts me, only the energy source. So you can't take everything I say and say that, swear on it, throw some money down on it and say, Jackie said this is the way it's going to be, because it may not go exactly that way. I only see bits and pieces, and then I have to kind of put it together. So I just want people to understand that I do the best I can, and I stay up long nights. I pray, I keep asking, and sometimes I get an answer right away, and then sometimes I get an answer, a couple of days later. I'm doing the best I can, but do know that there is a computer that the white hats are using that will give them a time for them to roll out the RV. That's when they're going to set off the emergency broadcast. I cannot get into an artificial intelligence's mind, because there is no soul. I'm not connected with that. I'm connected with the energy source, which connects me with you. This is why I can help you and I can help someone else, but I cannot get in an artificial intelligence. So therefore, that is why I cannot predict a date. This is why no psychic can give you a direct date. And if they say they know the date, it's this day at this time, they're lying, because they can't do it. And I'm being honest. And there are many good psychics out there. And maybe they just misunderstood what they're seeing, or maybe they thought that they saw something. I don't know, because I'm not going to judge them. And I'm not putting them down. But I'm telling you, they can't do it. There's no way. There's no soul. The only way psychics are able to do readings for people is because we unite, and I can feel your energy, and then I read it. That's all that is. We're all connected. Energy source is your ball. And if you look at this ball and you put lines down, that's going to be all the different people. Then you take lines, you go this way, and then we're connected. So God, the energy source, is in here. Okay? He's in here. And he's in these cats and my dog over there. He's in you. This is why God is everywhere. This is why God knows everything, because he is everywhere. Because we're connected to the energy source, which is the source of everything, we are actually connected. So we're connected to the trees. We're connected to all the animals. This is why we all need each other. This is why we all need each other, because we're all connected. Okay? We are not connected to the AI, and we do not want to be connected to any AI. You do not want to put any computers in your brain, in your hand, in your foot, up your nose, in your butt. Nothing. Do not put any of those. I don't care what that doctor tells you. Oh, this is the greatest technology. I can sit at home and I can just type in your name and I can see if you need more medicine, sit. No, don't do it. Don't go by. It's so simple. It's so easy, because that's how they trap you. That's how they do it. Don't do it. Don't go put that crap in your body. That's foreign. That makes you a transhuman. And that's all part of the satanic thing. They want us all to be part of the AI. And no, I don't trust artificial intelligence. I trust the energy. I would trust you, being a complete stranger, before I trust artificial intelligence in my body. So don't do it. Please don't do it. Hold out just a little bit longer. Help is on the way. Everything is coming. So don't put any of that in your body. I highly recommend don't put any of that in your body. Please don't do it. So that's how we're all connected. Now, your Christ consciousness. Christ was real. He was here. This is what I believe, that he was here. And everything that he did was for everybody. For you, for me, for them back then, for people in the future. When Christ comes back, he is not coming back as a person born of a virgin. And we have the whole 3 kings come again, bringing gifts and following the star and all of this stuff. That's not going to happen. That's already happened. That's the past. His energy is what's coming back. So when you wake up and you get that veil off your face and you understand everything that you see, feel, and hear, guess what that is? That is Christ consciousness. You are now getting closer and closer to the way Christ was. You are not Jesus Christ, just like you are not God. You are getting the consciousness. You are waking up. You are seeing things. So that is the Christ consciousness. That is what is coming. Everybody waking up. Everybody having that aha moment. That is Christ coming back. So yes, Christ is coming back, but he's coming back in spirit inside of you. And once you realize that, then you're like, I get it. Everything will make sense. I'm not saying that Christ didn't exist, because he did. He did. He died on that cross. He died for you. Okay? But his essence, his knowledge, his spirit is what's going to overflow you. Now, there's still going to be I'm going to say purge, but it's not purge. It's like a light that's going to go off. Now, my understanding, when this goes off, it's going to clean and wake up all the asleep DNA in us. So all this junk DNA that doctors say they don't know what it's about, we don't need it anymore, that's why it's just asleep, it's going to wake up. That's what's going to wake up. So that big ball of light, they're saying step into it. They're saying just stand in it and let it just go. It's going to wake up all of your DNA. So even me, people like me who are awake, I'm going to be like, bing, 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 bing. I'm going to be binging. You're going to wake up even more. You're going to start understanding. This is going to wake up all of your hidden talents. So if you always thought that you wanted to be able to talk in telepathy, which everybody's going to be able to talk in telepathy, we're going to be able to. That does not mean that people are going to say, I wonder what he's thinking. People are not going to be doing that, because we're going to have respect. Being in love, kindness, caring, that is the 5. That's where we want to be. That's up there. That's where we want to. Some people may ascend to 6 or 7. That's when you get almost like just being a complete light being, which would be almost angelic, like an angel. But understand what the Christ coming back is. That's your consciousness. And everybody's going to wake up that and be more Christ-like. That's our goal anyway. That's what we should be. Every day when we wake up, we say, you know what, Lord, please bless me. I want to be more like Christ today. I want to be able to hug a stranger and not worry about getting cooties. You may not say it like that, but you get where I'm saying. Because Jesus did. He touched leopards. He didn't care about getting leprosy. He loved them. And you have to learn to love everybody, because soon as you can love people for who they are, see them through the doorways. This is the door right here. Your eyeballs. Look at your eyeballs. Eyeballs. This is the doorway into people's souls. This is why when you talk to people, you look in their eyes so you can see who they are. And when you're able to look in there, you're going to know exactly everything you need to know about that person. It doesn't matter if they don't have any teeth. Doesn't matter what color skin they have. You're going to see their soul. And that makes you more in the Christ consciousness. That means you're more awake. That means you're at your 5D. Hopefully that explains that. All right, so I'm at 40 minutes, almost 41 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up, okay? I'm so sorry. Like I said, I guess I got to clean some videos off the tablet. So I do have this file. I highly recommend that you look at it. Does not mean that this is 100% right, but like I said, go through some of my other videos, and then when you read this, you'll be like, oh, Jackie did say that. Oh, Jackie did say that. Oh my gosh, Jackie said that. So that's what I'm talking about. So that's why I believe I am spot on. Do know this stuff is all ready to be rolled out. It's not there yet. There are no phone numbers. So don't start trying to research the phone numbers. You're not going to find them. Start practicing to be a better person. Do things that you wouldn't normally do. Shake someone's hand. Buy them a cup of coffee. Buy somebody a hamburger. See a stray animal. Don't just walk past it and say someone else is going to pick it up. Pick that cat up. Pick that dog up. Either bring them home or bring them to the shelter. Don't leave them sitting on the side of the road, because you know what? That could be God. That could be God. God probably could have come back at that moment in time as a stray cat, wanting to see if you would love it, if you would help it. Remember there was a song, what if God was like one of us, sitting on a bus? I think her name was something Osborne. Look at that song. I'll find the song, and I'll put it back here in the thing so you can listen to that song. And it's true. What if it was God? So don't just think, ooh, that's an ugly dog. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to get fleas. Oh, don't touch it. It may have worms. Quit being like that. Jesus didn't do that. You don't do that. You want to be more like Jesus, so start acting like it. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in this 3D life. You're not going to be able to handle what's going to happen. And that's on you. That's not on me. I'm not going to worry about it. You know why? Because I can't. I need to keep moving, because there's other things that I have to do. And I'm going to help as many people here, and as I'm going forward. And as I go more forward, I'm going to continue to help people. I will tell you that some people have emailed me, and some people have asked for my phone number so they can get me on Signal. If you email me and you're like, Jackie, I want to stay in touch with you, can I have your phone number? I will give you my phone number. Not so you can call me at the middle of the night breathing, so you can stay in touch with me. And I want you to do that. I really do. That way you've got me, I got you. We're going to go through this together, okay? So let's go ahead and wrap this up. If I find something else that I need to say, or if I can figure out how to do a split screen, or even I can figure out how to kind of film it, I'll figure it out. So reach out to me through my Telegram at Like-Minded People, through my email, Jackie39532_2004 @yahoo.com. Email me. If you can't find me there and you want to leave me a message here, that's great. Message me here. Or if you want to go to my Facebook page, Jackie's Crystals and More, and message me there, that's wonderful. If you have something that you want to know, can I come up with an herbal remedy for you for something, reach out to me, ask me. If you want to try to get herbs from me, reach out. Let's see what happens. If nothing happens on Saturday, and I know the mail's working fine, we'll do it. We'll do it. I'll make you up something. We'll get it going. I want to help. Ask. It does not hurt to ask. All I can say is I don't have it. That's all I can say. But if I got it and I'm able to help you, just send me a little bit of money. That way I'm able to ship it, pay for the little bags I put the stuff in to reimburse my herbs. And I don't charge a lot for my herbal remedies, people. I really don't. You're going to go to some places and you're going to pay $50. And the bags I'm selling at $8 a bag. $8 a bag. Okay, that's what I've been charging people. So I'm not out to make myself rich. I'm not. I don't do that. You can ask anybody on Telegram. If they bought herbs from me, I did not overcharge. So please reach out, ask. If it's something that I need to research for you, I will do it. I will do anything I can to help you. I want to, because I believe if I help you, you in turn will help someone else. And that's what we're going to do. So you have a wonderful day. Reach out to me if need be. And let's get this PD file to you about the med beds, because I think everybody needs to read this. And I will talk to you later. Okay, guys. Bye.